Mens rea, the guilty mind. If the crime has no mens rea, what is imputed? That's right, recklessness. No mens rea standard, we're going to imply recklessness. What is recklessness? It is conscious disregard of a substantial and unjustified risk of harm. If there is no mens rea in the crime, we're going to apply recklessness, unless it is a strict liability crime. Okay, let's talk the MPC mens rea. 7. 1, purposefully. 2, knowingly. 3, intentionally. 4, willful blindness. 5, recklessly. 6, negligently. And 7 is criminal negligence. Purposefully equals conscious objective. Purposefully, conscious objective. Knowingly, practically certain. Intentionally is purposefully plus knowingly, conscious objective and practically certain. Willful blindness, deliberate avoidance of the truth. Recklessness, we said it already, conscious disregard of a substantial and unjustified risk. Negligence related, failure to be aware of a substantial and unjustified risk. And criminal negligence, you should have known of a substantial and unjustified risk. Criminal negligence has a special place in homicide. Criminal negligence is imputed if the defendant created the circumstances that would endanger the life of human beings. Criminal negligence is imputed where a defendant created the circumstance that would endanger the life of a human being. Okay, let's go through them out of order. Willful blindness, deliberate avoidance of the truth, purposefully, conscious objective, negligence, failure to be aware of a substantial and unjustified risk of harm, intentionally, conscious objective and practically certain. And while we're at it, knowingly, practically certain, recklessly, conscious disregard of a substantial and unjustified risk of harm. And finally, criminal negligence. Defendant should have known of a substantial and unjustified harm. And in homicide, what's that special rule for criminal negligence? Criminal negligence is imputed when the defendant created the circumstances that would endanger the life of a human being. Criminal negligence should have known of a substantial and unjustified risk, applicable where the defendant created the circumstances that would endanger the life of a human being. Okay, last topic, transferred intent. Remember, this transfers victim to victim, and it's only for completed crimes. So in tort, transferred intent applies tort to tort and victim to victim. But in criminal law, transferred intent applies only to intent to do the crime, and it transfers to an unintended victim. Transferred intent is just the intent to do the crime. And who does it transfer to? Just the unintended victim. And it applies to what kind of crimes? That's right, only completed crimes. And that's transferred intent.